All right, hello guys, and welcome, man. You are sitting right here in the control center with Dr. Spectacular himself, man. I am so happy to be engaging with you guys today. Listen up, man. You know what? If you've heard like a silence, you know what I mean, you haven't really heard a lot. Here's what happened. I won the fantasy football league, right? And not a peep was mentioned anywhere. Nobody was like, yo, Spak, great job. Yo, Spak, you killed it, man. Oh my gosh, what a good job you did this year. Nobody, nowhere, no how, because the hate is so for real. I mentioned this a little bit on the message boards, but it's real. If I would have lost, somebody would have made a song. There would have been a dedication made to whoever won it, right? DJ Jeremiah would have put out a special mixtape, right? Somebody somewhere would have threw a party. You feel me? They would have ran to their wife, be like, babe, 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 Spak lost, right? And it would have been everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere, right? But since I won, nobody, nowhere. All right, I spent the first minute of this talking about myself, but that's how it goes, man. You know how Spak is. You pray for Spak, straight up. Pray for Spak. All right, anyway, man. So I was in 5 fantasy football leagues. I won 3 out of those 5 leagues, man, and it was a good fantasy football season. If it was awesome for you, leave it in the comments, man. Let me know how your fantasy football season went. But this is fantasy basketball, so let's talk about that. All right, cool. So, let's transition. Here we go. So, I am right here in the middle of our season, man. We have 20 teams in our league, and it is, I want to say that it's really, really tough playing in a 20-team fantasy basketball league. You don't know who's going to be hot, who's going to like spark, who's going to go down, and when they go down, how can you pick other people up, right? So we have 6 teams in our league that's doing well. 6 teams in our 20-team league that's leading the charge right now, and they are the top 6 teams, and I'm going to talk about them. But what I really want to determine today is, are they real or are they fake? Is it somebody who's going to be there at the end, or is it somebody who's just kind of there for right now, but they won't last? The momentum won't last. All right, so here we go. At number 1, we have, well, actually, let's start from number 6. At number 6, right, we have Beach by the Lake. Beach by the Lake, right now they're in the division DJ Jeremiah. It's not like they'll change. I don't know why I say right now, but they're in the DJ Jeremiah division. They are playing this week. They're playing at Just a Shame, right? Just Unashamed. I apologize. That team is actually looking pretty well, looking pretty hot, and looking to be on the come up. I believe that Beast by the Lake will lose this week, right? And Beast by the Lake is kind of, I think right now maybe they're a little bit up, but I know that they'll lose. I believe that they'll lose. And I want to say that they're a real team, but I can't. I want to call them fake, or let's call them pump fake, and I don't know what you want to call it. But let's just say that they won't be there at the end. Why do I say that? Actually, they have a pretty good roster. They have Kevin Durant. Any team with Kevin Durant, hot team, right? Bradley Beal. They have a couple of different guys on the team. They even have Paul George on their team. But the fragileness of those guys, right? KD can be fragile at times. Victor Oladipo is the one guy that they have right now who I'm kind of, you know what I mean? I'm like, he's getting hot right now, right? But Bradley Beal's hurt. They may have just lost Joakim Noah for the season. So, and they just dropped him from their team. So we have a ton of situations there. They're also just a team that's kind of fragile, really top heavy, but at the bottom, it's a little light, and I'm concerned about where they'll go. So I want to say fake for that team, and I don't think they'll be there at the end. Actually, after they lose this week, they may drop out of the 6th place, hop into like the 7th or 8th, and maybe we won't hear from them again until it's getting closer to playoff time. So let's just say that. Let's go next. Sean Tanner would be the number 5 team. So everybody knows Sean. You feel what I'm saying? We met this morning. Our relaunch meetings are going great, by the way. Like, they're excellent, man. Sean's leading those. And so Sean actually has a lot on his plate right now. So, you know what I mean? He may not be there at the end. He says he doesn't really check it like that. He's not really doing his best. You know what I mean? So we're not getting a absolute best Sean. But anyway, let's see what it looks like. So Sean's in the Sean Tanner division. I mean, this whole thing anyway, so whatever. And he's playing against Play for Keeps, right? I think he'll beat Play for Keeps this week. But is Sean a real team? Is that a team that's a real contender, right? So contender or pretender, I want to say super contender. Why do I say that? Golly, his squad is so beast. I don't even know who was there when he was drafting and why didn't we stop this? All right, that's 20 teams in the league. There's no need for this type of roster. Dude has John Wall, Andre Wiggins, Jabari Parker. He has Drummond, and he has Wade. How do you collect so many stars on one team with other people watching? It's weird. I wasn't there to see it, right? It's crazy. His team is super real. Why aren't they winning right now? I don't know. He's starting the year off slow. Maybe later on he'll pop up. Maybe, you'll see what you should see from Wade. Maybe later you'll see what you should see from Jabari Parker. I don't know. All I know right now is that his team is a super contender, but they're just not above the 5th place right now. And I think later on during the season, you'll see an increase in where Shantana's team is. But is he a contender? Yeah, very real contender. All right, let's move on to the number 4 team. The number 4 team in the league is yours truly, Dr. Spak. And the last time I talked to you, what was I on, a 4-game losing streak? 3-game losing streak? I don't know. I was having a very hard time. But the cream kind of rises to the top when it's time, right? So I'm basically doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? I'm making my way to the top again. And I think it's because of the pickups that I'm making. I'm seeing some people fall on the waiver wire. I'm picking them up. And so I'm trying my best there. I'm playing this week Oladipo. I should beat Oladipo. I'm up by 100 points right now. I have a strong roster tomorrow. I got you, bro. You're done, son. And so you should be, you should, just think about next week, Think about next week. But either way, am I a real team? I want to say that I have a team that is not super top heavy. Like the names aren't super recognizable, but I'm just the type of fantasy player that you got to watch out for regardless of what my team looks like. I'm just that type of dude. So, am I real? Am I fake? I'm going to leave that up to you. Actually, I won't even judge this one. You tell me, look at my roster, look at my schedule, look at my moves, and tell me, are you real? Are you fake? Are you a contender? Are you a pretender? You let me know. Anyway, let's move to the number 3 team. Clayco Crushers. Now, they're in the Shantana division, so 2 teams from the Shantana division are here. This week, they're playing Ryan. Everybody calls Ryan righteous, Mr. Bye Week, right? He's actually been trying his best to put some people in, but right now, he hasn't put a lot of people in his roster. You know what I mean? He's not, there's people on his bench who are actually playing, and it's so easy to press start all active players, and my brother just won't do it all the time. And I love him, but he just won't do it because he doesn't like basketball that much. Either way, man, he is still, competing, but I think he'll lose this week, right? But are the Clayco Crushers real? Now, let's go. This is like a Spak special. We're going to really dive into the Clayco Crushers. Now, the Clayco Crushers, they actually have a pretty okay roster. I'm not too down on their roster, but they're a pretty consistent scoring team, right? Actually, no, they're Joakim Noah is actually on their team. I apologize for what I said earlier about Beats by the Lake. Joakim Noah is on Clayco Crushers team. But they're a consistently low scoring team. And what I mean by low scoring, they're not super low scoring, like 800 in this league. I want to say 1,000 plus is, high scoring. Really low scoring to be 600 something. But either way, they are consistently okay scoring. They're mediocre in their scoring. So what I mean, if they catch a hot team on a hot week, right? They're going to lose, okay? They're going to always score about 900 some points. You think I'm lying? Pay attention. In week 4, they scored 875. Week 5, the only time I think they've been above 1,000, right? But week 6 through week 11, look, 940 points, 932 points, 960. Actually, in week 9, really low week, 665. Week 10, 945, and week 11, 958, right? Now, compare that to teams like the top team in the league. In week 7, he had 1,117 points. In week 6, 1,129 points. Week 4, 1,014 points. So he's consistently scoring higher than this team. Now, does it mean that he won't be there at the end? I don't know. But what I am saying is this. He just lost Joakim Noah, right? And replacing people in this league is not easy. So I don't know. It's going to be a tough one for the Clayco Crushers, man. He's a low scoring team right now, or mid scoring team, and I don't know if he'll be there at the end. So, but at least he's consistent. So let's just say that. All right, the number 2 team is the Force is Strong. Now, look, your top 3, well, actually, no, your top 6, or 3 of them are from the inside the Track Stars universe, man. Well, I'm sorry, not inside Track Stars universe, actually inside J-Dot, right? You have guys like Miles Austin, me, Sean Tanner. We're still kind of leading the charge here. So, Miles Austin is actually the Force is Strong, right? If you don't know him, he's the front guy on all the FMG Freedom Sessions. He's the top guy with the Freedom Sessions, and he's a little short guy leading the charge on the Freedom Sessions, man. He is in the Rick Sincere division like most of the artists are, right? He is playing against DJ Jeremiah this week. I think he takes the L, but even though he takes the L this week and he may fall a little bit, he's still a super real team. This guy knows basketball so much, right? And it's not just the knowledge, man. His roster supports the fact that he's a real contender, and he will be around for a minute. It's going to be tough to get him out of this situation, man. So the Force is strong with the Force is Strong, and he looks pretty good as a contender. Now, let's get to the number 1 team in the league, man, representing. So you may say that Ryan Ratchet is a bye week. I don't care. His division has the number 1 team in it, right? And that is Water. That is Water. And Water is hands down the number 1 team in the league. I mean, the roster is super strong. Russell Westbrook, he has Bradley, he has Crab. Like, he has a lot of really good players. But the thing about Water right now is the fact that he's picking up these people. He's getting so lucky. Donald Sloan is actually doing really well. Pickup that he made soon. He gets Julius Randle off of somebody's fluke drop, and he just picks him up. It's crazy. But he is getting so lucky and doing so well in the pickup area that you cannot stop the momentum. It's like, I don't know, what's a tidal wave or something, man. He's like crushing the competition week after week after week, and I think he's unbeaten right now, right? And the problem with this is that he's young, right? Young kid, just kind of getting his old fantasy thing started. Don't let him beat us. You know what I mean? Don't let this happen consistently. And I say us because he beat me too. It's horrible. It's horrible out here. Either way, he's playing this week. He's playing This Is Gonna Sting. And I'm sorry, this is not gonna sting for him. It's gonna sting for you. Okay? So I believe he's gonna win that one. Is he a real contender? Yes. Yeah. Super real contender, right? And somebody you're going to have to deal with on a week-to-week basis. And probably somebody who's going to be at the top of the league when it's all said and done. Guess who he's representing? He's representing you, the Track Stars universe. It's actually you guys against, basically us who sit at the table and talk from week to week, man. You are right now like leading the charge, okay? Anyway, man, so we've been in these meetings, we've been in discussions. What's going to happen in the relaunch is going to be amazing. You're going to see new ideas. You're going to see actually new content, things that are going to we're actually aiming and praying for God to make a revolutionary change in the way that we go after the hearts and the souls of the people who we want to win over to Christ, man. Sean is an excellent leader. Ryan Righteous is a hard-working man. He is really, really working hard to get the absolute best out of what God has given him, and they are super talented guys. DJ Jeremiah, he's in there. He's working, man. The whole team is working to make sure that we do our best to bring you stuff that you're going to love in the upcoming year, man. Be in prayer for the Track Stars. Also, hop in, man, when they start to talk about the different things. There's invitations for people to be in on planning sessions in Google Hangouts. So you want to hop in on that whenever you see those invitations out on Twitter or Instagram or wherever. Listen, you guys are a major part of what we're doing. If you like if you have some ideas or you like something that's going on and you don't want to see it go away, drop comments, right? But if there's something that you want to see kind of moved on from, or something you think can add to the show, leave a comment, send an email, do something to let the Track Stars know, man. You know how we feel about the universe. We absolutely love you guys, and we hope that while we're in this reconstruction period, that you're in consistent prayer for what God has for us. Either way, man, these are your Spak Faks for this week. They are way longer than they would generally be. And somebody say, you know what, there's no more football. We can get straight time with basketball, and now you will get straight time with basketball. It's just gonna be a fun season, man. It's gonna be a fun season. But I hate to say this, but it's so true. You guys know how this ends, right? You know how this ends. Like, I mean, it's a long story, and it'll be great, and it'll be a great season, but you know how this ends, right? How does it end? How does it end? With me as champion. That's how it ends. That's how it always ends. I don't think it's gonna change. Sorry, Water. I mean, it's cool that you're leading the charge, but by the end, I'll have it. All right, man. I'm just playing. Y'all have a good one, man. Spak out.